If, instead of rebooting movies, it became a trend to retell them from a different character's perspective, what film would you want to see retold and from whose point of view? The Matrix from Agent Smith's view, constantly trying to quell the stupid human insurrection. Mean Girls, as told by Regina George. Matrix, but from the perspective of a regular police detective trying to stop the murder spree of these crazy people who kill everybody without reason. At one point he would interrogate Neo. So you believe that nothing is real? That's why you can kill random people. Because they don't exist. No. The world is fake but the people are real. And you kill them anyway? The story of how Grandpa Joe got into bed and then decided to just stay there, the lazy old cunt. Explain yourself. Ender's Shadow did this exact thing with Ender's Game. Done by the original author, no less. Toy Story. Andy, a young boy who enjoys playing with his toys in his spare time, often wanders into his room to find things off. Something may have moved. A toy may have vanished only to reappear the next day. Voices are heard from his room from the ground floor only to hear a slight panic, then silence whenever he approaches the room again. And imagine, one day, if he heard this talking once again only to walk into his room, hear the split-second shock to silence just to see his favorite cowboy toy laying on the floor. Only this time, just before he laid his eyes on the toy, he could see in the corner of his eye the left hand of Woody just slightly flop to the ground. Flop to the ground as if he just fell. But how could a toy fall if it was laying on the ground to begin with? That's if it was laying on the ground the whole time. He begins to think that he is never truly alone in his room anymore, and those beady toy eyes that face him in the night while he's sleeping aren't just facing him out of chance. They're watching him. They're looking. Andy isn't alone. Nor was he ever alone. This is the tale of a boy who loses his mind at the thought that he has never been alone for his entire life, and that the friends he made growing up may be a little more real than he first thought. A little too real. It's a Wonderful Life from Mary, the wife's point of view. Married to a dreamer with fits of depression, while raising kids, rebuilding a beautiful old Victoria house, helping him make his dream of helping his community come true, and trying to protect him from his loser uncle, all while watching him spiral into a deeper and deeper depression. Will she be able to help him out of it? Edit. People are taking issue with my characterizing helping his community as a dream rather than an obligation. It's say more of a sense of duty than an obligation, but anyway, it's semantics to me. Yes. It wasn't the dream he sacrificed, but it was his life's work, and people do have dreams to be a certain kind of person and do good in the world. From Mary's part, I do think she was helping him fulfill his dream to have a fulfilling life. His romantic dreaming to travel and be an engineer were all fueled by wanting to have a fulfilling life. Star Wars from the Empire's part, basically telling the story about this terrorist group that was planning the biggest act of terrorism in the galaxy's history, the destruction of a military peacekeeping starbase. We follow the Empire's anti-terrorism unit as they try to find the spies transporting the stolen plans and head off the attack. Willy Wonka from the point of view of an Oompa Loompa who is working to ignite a slave rebellion amongst his people. Frozone. Where was his super suit? John Wick would become a horror film. Any action movie from the perspective of a goon, or random, an important member of an evil force who would in any typical scenario serve as just another body the protagonist would blow away. He might not be the mastermind, but he has a name, face below that mask, his own story, his family, and he will protect that murky warehouse for his boss as long as he has bullets in his PM5, even if he isn't that much of a sharpshooter. Jurassic Park Lost World, except from Ingen's perspective. Forrest Gump from Jenny's perspective. Edit. SP. Saving Private Ryan from Private Ryan's point of view. It's most just him slogging in the army until Captain Miller shows up. Hot fuzz but from the perspective of the neighborhood watch. I want to know R2D2's perspectives. That crazy guy from Bird Box who forced people's eyes open. Seriously, I want a story about what he actually saw and why he wanted people to see it so bad. Shrek, from the bear child's point of view. At the start of the movie you can see Mommy Bear and Daddy Bear and the child all in a cage, and later you can see the child bear crying into Daddy Bear. Lord Farquaad is then later shown to have a bear mat. Edit 1. When child bear is crying into Daddy Bear, Mommy Bear is missing. Edit 2. Okay, so now I know that the bear mat was 100% Mommy Bear. The Lion King from Scar's Path. Mulan from Captain Li Shang's point of view. He starts having feelings for one of his soldiers, thinking he's gay. Then he finds out that Ping is actually a girl in disguise. Good news, I'm not gay. Bad news, I'm supposed to chop her head off. Lord of the Rings trilogy from Sauron's perspective. 1. Your order has been dispatched. Unfortunately it is delayed due to being misplaced in transit. 2. Your order is out for delivery. Please be in between the hours of November and January to sign for your package. Your delivery has been placed in a safe place. Despite being home, I did not hear the bell, and oh no, it's been tossed over the back wall and ended up in my pond. Fight Club from the view of Marla. Edit. Till I need to read the book, and stop listening to fan theories on Reddit. Top Gun from Iceman's perspective. Maverick's the asshole in that movie. 500 Days of Summer, from Summer's perspective. Alien. Ferris Bueller but Cameron. Beauty and the Beast from Guston's perspective. I just reread Hunger Games and Peter, Haymitch, Finnick, or Sinner's perspectives would be fun. Katniss is very inside herself, and so the movies are more open to the reality of the situation than the books. It's like a Harry Potter story from the last year at Hogwarts when the trio wasn't there, like maybe Ginny and Neville. Pepper Potts from the Maku could be fun. Captain America, First Avenger / Captain America, Winter Soldier told in Bucky's path. Twilight, from the father's view, would actually be interesting, and not derivative smutty shit. Supernatural creatures seem to be lusting for this man's daughter, as he tries to research everything he can, keep it secret from his daughter, Hose. Obviously, under the sway of supernatural influence, therefore cannot be trusted. He collects evidence, tries to prove it to fringe people, and eventually rational scientists, all while unearthing an ever deeper and more terrifying secret society of actual blood-drinking vampires that controls the globe. I'd watch the fuck out of that. Toy Story 3 from What's-Face's perspective, the big pink teddy bear. Harry Potter from Hermione's perspective. I really need Weekend at Bunny's from Bunny's Path. How to Train Your Dragon from Toothless, point of view OFC. Passengers from the perspective of Law's character. Back to the Future from Biff's point of view. Batman, Dark Knight from the Joker's point of view. Beetlejuice from Beetlejuice's point of view. Southeast 7N from Kevin Spacey's character's point of view. Fight Club from several other members' point of view. Coraline but the Cat's or YB's view. King Kong from King Kong's perspective. Bonus points if there are subtitles for his roars. The Princess Diaries from Fat Louis Pav. The Princess Bride told from Miracle Max and his wife Valerie's Pav. They need a bigger role in that movie. Let's find out more about how Prince Humperdinck fucked him over, and how now is going to get his revenge. Any movie with big fight scenes and massive destruction. I want a part from random people who are in the middle of it like a small business owner. Just a dude going about his daily routine, then boom. A random car comes through and he has to deal with the aftermath. Titanic, anyone in the poor section. There is a novel about it called Souls and it's amazing. Shrek from Donkey's perspective, you know, the dragon and stuff. Sucker Punch from anyone else's perspective. Wouldn't be much of an action flick anymore, but what was so damn special about her dancing? RoboCop from the id buy that for $1. Guys pov. Edit. Guys WTF, it isn't that funny. Silence of the Lambs from Lecter's pov with backstory etc. This is why Lion King 1.5 is one of my favorite movies. Rosencrantz and Guildenstern are dead. Titanic from the iceberg's pov. Star Wars from Palpatine's point of view. The Birds from the Birds' perspective. Captain Hook retelling the story of Peter Pan, the tale of Hook rescuing a bunch of kidnapped children by a psychopathic demigod that tricks children into following him into a war against adults. Subscribe, like and comment if you hate outros, begging you to subscribe, like and comment.